Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to ScreamADay 9, October 42nd. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He's all chompers. I thank you. I wish that it didn't have a bunch of bugs. You know, it's a pre-alpha. No, no, this isn't 3D. I've been working on this for a while actually. It took a lot longer than I thought. Hey Six, how you doing? This is all in phaser. There's no 3D. I forced this fake 2D situation on it. It's basically works the same way that ye old dungeon crawlers worked, where it's a bunch of images scaled. But basically, I wanted to try making something that was more game-like. With more actual player involvement from you guys. Thank you. So Zuria was the first to like figure it out. I intentionally made it kind of cryptic. But you're right, yeah. Ah, okay. Well, Team Zuria figured it out. The clues are in the kind of all over the HUD, essentially. I wonder if this enemy is what breaks the game. That did not happen to me at all until live here, of course, right? That's how these things work. Yeah, so right, exactly. The your health bar is actually a balancing act. And if it enters into either skull, you die. Yeah, it might be having two in a row, but that was something that just wasn't happening for me, so it's real weird. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can recreate that and fix it. Probably a race condition of some kind, but it seems to only be caused by live events. I'll go ahead and tell you guys about this because it's unfinished, but I kind of wanted I just needed to get it out. I've been I've just been like dying to get this thing to a point where I could show it to you guys. Um so the way it works is it's essentially a balancing act. It's sort of kind of like the whole game is that you have a morality question that you're forced to constantly deal with. If you want to murder everything, you have to take good actions, but you have to balance that with bad actions. Otherwise, you'll end up like ascending And the reverse as well. If you want to save every spirit that you encounter, you still will have to take some bad actions to keep your sort of morality and balance. It was actually, it became more interesting because originally, like, you just made a choice about each spirit that you encountered, and then that was it. And that wasn't terribly interesting because then you just had the numbers and you just like knew, like, okay, well, we have to kill one now, we have to save one now, we have to kill one now, we have to save one now. Whereas this is every action affects your balance, but then you have your total tallies as well. So that's what's going on there. Each of the spirits has their own health and anger. So you're basically soothing their anger or taking their health. If you entirely soothe their anger, they ascend, and if you wipe out their health, they die. And some of the clues in the interface are like when you do a good action to a spirit, they flash green when they're hit with it. And if you do a bad action, they flash red. When they ascend, they float up, and when they die, they sink down. There's no spoilers here. I'm just telling you guys everything. Hopefully it doesn't ruin it for you. But I kind of feel like talking about it. But yeah, that's currently the only way. The enemies don't actually attack. Only your actions hurt and heal you, or heal and hurt you. Heal them and hurt you, or hurt them and heal you. It's basically how it works. Well, so my actions are weird. Evade basically lets you buy some time, but it has a random chance of accidentally attacking. Dismiss is similar in that it's got some random qualities to it. Question is also similar that it has some random qualities to it, but attack and console are straightforward. And I won't say that that's super well planned out. I had bigger intentions, and I may keep working on this and enhance it with different stuff if you guys have ideas or whatever. But for instance, like, I can support more different other actions than just these 5. I just didn't get to that. Like, the scope of this, I had to like rein it in to get to a point where I could show it to you guys. Yeah. Well, question does have some use in that all of the spirits have their own stats, and their dialogue is reflective of the sort of orientation of their stats. So if you question them, you'll see more of their dialogue, which will give you more of a clue as to which direction you need to push things. Yeah, it's kind of an inspect. There's a lot of other stuff I wanted to do, but I didn't get to, such as a lot of the things you guys are asking about. Like, I wanted to do pickups to change things, maybe make you move faster, or maybe give you more or less room to balance your sort of morality bar. But I didn't get to that. The level is not randomly generated. It is predefined. Nakomi actually made the map. And the navigation is a sort of depth first search with backtracking. So if I go into it and interact here, I can zoom the map out for you. And basically it will search every single spot on the whole map. Oh yeah, it's very big. There's a lot of cells. It would take far more. It would take, I think, about the length of a stream to search it at the default speed that the player moves. Another thing I wanted to do but didn't get to was multiple levels. So I wasn't sure how I wanted to do that. Like maybe you had to clear all the spirits, and then you would be able to ascend to another level. Or maybe you find like a ladder and then you get the choice to leave or not. I did all this. Nakomi made the map, and then the rest was, this is just something I've been working on the weekends. And wherever I could fit some time in. I also wanted to go more robust with the dialogue. The dialogue's fairly dumb. I'm really happy with the death screen. I like that a lot. I like the way the level looks. That's just I'm just scaling every row of cells that I'm drawing and rotating them. But it's a nice effect. Also, this boy and the snake boy are my favorites. I love them a lot. They're also the toughest. They have the most anger and health. So they take longer to unravel, and they're harder to balance your bar there. But yeah, you figured out the top number on the sort of status window is spirits that you've saved, and then the bottom one is spirits that you've killed. Yeah, I kind of was on the fence about that. I kind of liked that you could lose it. You only lose it for one step on either side. The one right before death. And so you have to be paying attention. And I kind of liked that, but it also is kind of unfair. And also easy to fix. They do. Actually, if you guys try to die here, just attack over and over. The eyes light up. Except for I think that they don't light up until you die. So you don't get the opportunity to notice until you're dead. I could change that pretty easily. What else of interest here? I wanted to do things based off of the countdown. I didn't get to do that. So I wanted it to kill you when the countdown ends. I also wanted to make it countdown aware so that it would just kind of hold for a bit and then start at a particular, like once a certain amount of time has passed, so that people have a chance to kind of filter in, and then everybody can start together, or at least more people can start together. Yeah, that's definitely, there's a lot of different possibilities for either game end or level change, which would be either that you've explored every spot, and I would have to make a much smaller map for that. You've dealt with every spirit. It could be that you find a ladder, or it could be all of the above, really. Another thing that I backed off from was I was considering giving you guys the choice at every intersection which direction to go to give you a little bit more agency. But I stepped away from that because I was afraid that that was going to be too much. But now I'm not sure because like the back-to-back player turns seem to work okay, except for when it fucking breaks. It would make it a lot longer, yeah. But I didn't like how it's like sort of a toss-up. Because on the one hand, it would add more time. It would take longer to explore. But the AI doesn't currently anyway recognize things of interest. So if it comes to a junction and there's a spirit like to the left, it doesn't care. It might turn left, but it might turn right and just walk away from it. And every time it did that, it felt kind of like, ugh. Now, what do you think of that gift sub? Yep, there's the red eyes. So that might be better to have that happen before you're dead so you have the opportunity to be like, oh shit, my skull is glowing. Yeah, this is my other favorite guy. I love the way he looks. I could do that, Foods, yeah. But with all the things that I've been doing thus far, I've been trying to avoid chat spam as much as possible. So I don't want to, I really don't want to do things that involve or would incentivize typing in chat. Which that might, it wouldn't over much, you know, necessarily, because it's sort of, that's pretty random, but if people knew how it worked, then you'd have people hitting like A, or N, you know. And that's the nice thing about the votes stuff is that this is a short of an extension. This is like a really good way to do it because the poll thing itself, like the UI thing on Twitch, is relatively not invasive. And then you can also not have to interact with that UI at all, which is why each of the commands here has the actual like /vote space number underneath of the command. So you can just type that and it doesn't show up in chat and you don't have to fuck with the interface. And you can do that from you can do that from Chatty or whatever chat application you use. I think anyway. Twitch changed something about commands recently. I don't know if that is broken in some stuff now. An extension would be much, much more powerful, but it's also much, much more difficult to do. I think you've seen them all that currently exist. That's this guy's only actual word. Everything else is like, blah, 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 blah. But occasionally he says, Forsaken. But yeah, I was pleased that you guys were able to kind of get a handle on it pretty quickly because I definitely had this sense of like, I've done that developer thing where I've made a really weird interface to try to force my weird idea to function. And people are going to be like, what even in the fuck is happening? I tried to make it obvious with the details, but it's one of those things where when you're immersed in it, you think things are obvious, and then you see how people use it, and you realize, oh, yeah. No, it's totally fucking weird. Why did I think anybody would understand this? Oh no, Dev, what was your question? Oh, sorry. There's six of them, and I think you saw them all. There's this guy. This guy's name is Pile. Goodbye, Pile. Um, the big snaky boy is obviously called Sneck. The big spider guy is named Spoid. Um, the sort of slime with the big eyeball is very creatively named Eye. And the burnt corpse is named Bone. I feel like I forgot one. Oh, and the guy that's all teeth, he's named Gang. Yeah, that'd be a cool way to do it, right? Depending on what your heaven or hell score is, depends on whether you ascend or descend. I like that. And the levels start getting nicer as you go up and worse as you go down. But yeah, that one bug is pretty bad. I can't believe it got stuck. Twice or thrice even, was it? I think 3 times. Yeah, it hasn't happened for a little bit, and I don't know why. I also, last time it happened, I looked in the console to see if there was anything, and there was nothing. Well, that's another thing that's sort of a problem with this, is that I don't have any the entities are all completely randomly spawned, which was a little unfortunate. I kind of wished that I would have done it differently before tonight, because the bigger, harder enemies are just as likely to be in your face immediately, and that's exactly what happened. The one that I wanted you to see like last was the first one you saw, because I didn't do any sort of random waiting. It's just pure random. This sort of stuff, it's always whatever can go wrong will go wrong. But yeah, this is all written in JavaScript on the Phaser 3 engine. I had other problems too. I wanted to I introduced a bug right before the stream. You know, classic. Uh I wanted to give some time, but I didn't have any of the like countdown stuff that I mentioned earlier set up. So I added a thing where it waits for me to click on it before it actually starts the game. So it just held the closed, like all the windows were closed, and it held on that screen until I clicked into it to start it. And then after that, it plays itself. But unfortunately, by doing that, normally I didn't have this problem in the past, but then it makes the browser source in OBS respect the audio context, which meant the goddamn sound effects didn't work. And they still aren't working because I have to keep the interact window in OBS in focus for them to work now. It was not a problem until I did that. So I was pulling my hair out over that. Yeah, I was hoping that it would sort of be a very casual, like, vote if you want to, sort of mindless countdown time waster, you know? Could be. It could absolutely be. Although I don't know how I would represent it as Krog. Because it's all first person. I suppose I could have some like betweener things, like when you switch levels, maybe Krog steps out. Oh yeah, I do have space between hype and the action area there. Could do it there. God, there's so many things I wanted to do that I didn't get to, man. The scope of this just ballooned insanely, which is, I think, how anything like this tends to go, right? And because I'm like in this really hot learning phase for all this sort of stuff, my mind was just going wild. Just, I thought of more things than I could possibly do. Doing the sort of pseudo 3D world, by the way, was my first mistake. That was the first thing I set out to do. No one had done this at all in Phaser 3, or at least no one had done it and provided any sort of examples or tutorials. And in fact, I went to find any tutorials of how old dungeon crawlers were made. I forget, there's a specific name for these kinds. The way that this is drawn with this pseudo 3D effect. Shit. Damn it. There's a specific name for this. No, this isn't raycasting. Not 2.5D either. No, it's very specific. It's very specific to old dungeon crawlers like Ultima and shit like that. I can't remember it. I'm so sorry. Wish I could. I'll find it real quick. All right, here we go. Here we go. I found the one thing I found originally. Oh no, does this not refer to it as such? Blobbers. That's what they were called. Because the way they worked was your whole party moved as a blob. Your characters didn't move independently. They were all one group, so they called them blobbers. Anyway, I could not find a single example or tutorial related to making that particular sort of interface. So I basically had to invent that. I had to reinvent the wheel, and I had to rewrite it like, I think I rewrote it 3 times. But basically, that is increasing its rows of cells, increasing in number as they get farther from the camera. So like the room that you're in is 1 cell, that's 1 row. The next row has 3 cells. The next row has 5 cells, and so on. It actually has a draw distance, so I can configure that if I want to have it draw further. But I also automatically darken each row as it gets farther away. So there's a certain point where it doesn't matter, it'll just be black. And then each row that's farther away from the camera is scaled down. I think 50%. I think so. So it just magically lines up. It uses 1 set of textures, and it just lines up perfectly to give this pseudo 3D effect. Nobody does this. The way they're all done now, like the ones that are built in Unity or GameMaker or whatever, or Godot. Well, actually, I don't know how they'd be done in Godot, but they're all they're all 3D imitating pseudo 3D. So they do like locked camera, And it's much, much easier because you don't have the perspective problems that I had to deal with. My God. Like when I draw each cell, I have to do it the fucking hard way, okay? I have to rotate the whole world. I have to transform the position of the cells to correspond to cardinal directions, so north, south, east, west. I have to look at neighbors. I have to figure out is the next neighbor open? Is it a hallway? Is the adjacent, like the diagonal one, open as well? Then it's just open and not a hallway. And then I have to draw each one of those textures to either be open or show a hallway or show a back wall. The only easy thing about it is the floor and ceiling, because those are always the same. I didn't build a renderer. Phaser's doing the rendering, but I did have to sort of invent my own handling of determining what is gonna be drawn, which is not rendering. I asked for help in the Phaser Discord and no one answered me. And it's actually a super helpful place. Even the creator of Phaser is in there regularly answering questions. No one would talk to me. I was like, how do you make a blobber? Anybody have any ideas? No one wanted to touch that at all. Yeah, I'm actively drawing this. It's a tablet speed run. The look of this is weird because it's this bizarre mixture of things that are different size pixels. So there's some things that are drawn like literally, there's some things that are scaled up. There's some things that were like drawn pre-scaled and then scaled before getting in the game and then scaled by the game. So that's why the walls have like giant pixels, but the monsters have smaller pixels. And the HUD is also different. The HUD is scaled up 4 times. Sadly, I didn't fucking do Clip Studio for some reason. For this nor the novel. It would have been massively easier, but I like defaulted to Photoshop and then it felt like sunk cost. Like I couldn't go back. Yeah, I think Photoshop was probably fine for this project, but it was bad for the novel project for sure. But yeah. This is basically like my first foray into really trying to do that stuff I was talking about in a sort of prototype way, obviously. What I was previously talking about was much grander scale. But arguably, this is similar to those ideas that I had that I was talking about in terms of it's a game that can play itself. Like, I could put this up on a stream and I don't have to be there. You can just play it. Obviously, I would have to fix the bugs for that to be true. But essentially, that's what it is. And I like the idea of experimenting with games that are more playable by chat than like, I don't know, like Twitch Plays Pokemon was. Or like most of the other interactions where you're sort of participating. You're more like you have one opportunity to inject your data. And then that's it, you know, like your name is in the game. Or with the approach of like Twitch Plays Pokemon, it's just insane chat spam and you don't really feel like you have any agency. You don't feel like you're part of the cloud. But this feels, I mean, you're still part of the cloud with this too. So I guess The next step is to figure out extensions and come up with the more direct control system that I'm envisioning. Yeah, it's very chaotic. I do feel like this feels like you're more involved. Not only that, you can directly see your vote come in, which is kind of cool. We're not finished with Eli yet. It's just I became obsessed with this, and I didn't want to tell you guys about it. But also, it was this and other things going on. Like, we've got this vacation thing happening this week, and so we're not really going to be able to work on it then either. Well, maybe we might be able to work on some stuff, but I don't think we'll be able to get it done next week. But we are going to finish it. I have no plans of abandoning it. I actually started doing a full refactor of it. I keep learning so much new stuff, and then I hate the stuff that I've done, and I want to make it better, and it's an abyss. It's a black hole that's sucking me in. Yeah, for sure. I'm very pleased with how this stuff has gone. Like, it's as fun as I thought it would be, which is a surprise. Like, setting stuff up for you guys to interact with and then watching you unravel it and make choices and influence the direction it goes is super fucking satisfying. And it makes me want to make more shit so bad. Like, all I can think about is making games. It's on my mind all the time now. That's partly why I made this, just to, like, I had to be doing it. I had to be doing something. I needed to keep doing something. And what's wild is that this was easier than the novel. Because, and Six can probably attest to this, I got insane drawing fatigue. I had all the ideas. Like, Nakomi and I were collaborating on the writing, but she was mainly handling the writing, and then I was interpreting the writing into the scenes. But the amount of stuff that I had to continually be drawing to do just one more episode was so much. At the end of the first week, I had drawn so much shit that I hurt myself. My shoulder, my left shoulder basically just stopped working for like 2 weeks. So it just like, and my right arm was sore for about that length of time too. It created, it seemed like we had set something up that was pretty easy to do, because I built a whole script system. It's just a JSON thing, but like Nakomi just translates her written scripts into JSON, and then it runs itself. And then all I had to do was make the assets, put them together, and then it's a self-playing novel. But the generating those assets, also the writing is a fuck ton too, we found. Like, it was hard on both her and I. Well, that's why we did take a break. But then I fucked up taking my break by deciding to make a whole other different game. You can assume whatever you didn't like came from me. But yeah, I think that I'd like to always have the stream theme from now on be a game of some kind. That's my new challenge for myself. I want to build games with you guys, and I think it'd be fun to build all kinds of weird stream theme games. Like now that I built this, I have the framework of some certain things that I don't have to recreate again, you know? Like I can just refine. Like the polling system obviously was carried over from the novel and then enhanced. So now it's enhanced, right? And I have that I can reuse. So I can build, you know, I can stack this up. I can use these things as building blocks. Well, that's something I want to explore at some point in the future. Like I kind of have had my eye on Unity a little bit. I've had my eye on Godot a little bit. But that's a whole sort of other thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Star Fox layout, a lot of those layouts, this is the same sort of ambitions that I've had the entire time. I just didn't have the knowledge to do more. But there are a lot of advantages to Phaser because of the fact that it's just JavaScript in a browser. It's super straightforward to make stuff. It's like the ultimate little prototype machine, you know? And it's super easy for me to integrate it into the stream, right? Because it's all web. There's no complexity to it really on that front. It just works with all this stuff. Whereas that would be something to figure out. I mean, I know it can be done, but it would be a bit different with an executable style implementation, because that would be like game capture, I guess. And I don't know, but I definitely want to explore that. I'm also super inspired by a lot of the cool indie games, indie horror games especially, that we do, and they make me want to just make stuff and learn more and more and more. I want to do more things. As cool as Phaser is for prototyping, it's pretty limited as far as a game engine goes. It's good for like goofy little 2D things, almost kind of like mobile games in a way, that sort of style, but like that's about it. But that's not to diminish it as a tool. I mean, you could make something completely robust. It's just a matter of effort and planning and ideas and stuff, you know. You could make, I don't know, you could make a full any like 2D game in this. I don't know where the performance fall off is. I don't know what would happen if you tried to do like a Stardew Valley or something in something like this. But you know, there's Vampire Survivors, so, and that's a game that's fucking out there on Steam and on millions of computers, so Phaser's pretty capable. Alrighty. Well, I think talking about this has run out of steam, huh? It is the final blow. But so basically the way that the enemies work is they have health and they have anger. They're independent. So it's not a balancing act in that case. If you make the wrong choices, therefore, it will take you the maximum amount of time to dispatch that spirit. because if you keep going like back and forth, and it depends on what their stats are, because they all have different starting stats for both of those values, or different starting values for both of those stats. But like if it has a low anger and a high health, you could focus down the anger by consoling it, and then send it, ascend it sooner. Exactly, yeah. So they do respond differently. Yep. Now this AI, well, this AI has perfect backtracking, which we don't have, Dale. It doesn't need to always go left. It doesn't need to put torches on the left side. Yeah. That's another thing I want to do was props. But because of the weird way I did the world drawing, fuck me, man. I need somebody's help to figure that out. Because, for example, I thought it would be easy. This is the programmer problem, right? You always think in your head like, oh man, I should add whatever. It'll be easy. I know exactly how to do it. And then you go in there and you realize, holy fucking shit, I don't fucking know how to do this at all. Because basically, since the cells rotate around, if I wanted to have like a painting on one wall, I have to determine which wall and then have a version of the painting for every direction that the wall can be drawn in, which making that is not hard, but determining that is hard. Yeah, but that's the loop. With so much of this that I've done recently, not just on this stuff, but at work too. Work is very much to be thanked for also inspiring me, because like I've learned so much in doing my work of late, and I've been improving the way that I do my work, which has also bled over into then my personal project stuff. So it's kind of been this like win-win. But every step of the way, for example, in creating this, I was running into roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, but solving them. And solving each one was so satisfying every time, I definitely hit a lot of points where I was like, holy fuck, I don't know how to do this at all. What was I thinking? Especially the pseudo 3D world drawing stuff. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't think I even can do this. I went through this at the beginning of the novel as well. When I took the week off to basically build that in time for ScreamADay. And the first 3 days were me losing my mind and basically making myself sick, because I was like, every single thing I tried to do didn't work. That was because I had to have a total mentality shift about how I was trying to do things in Phaser. It was just a symptom of the fact that I didn't know what I was doing yet. But every single thing that I tried to do was not correct. But I got over that hurdle, and at each hurdle, it was like more and more and more fun. I don't mind running into problems, because I know that eventually I'm going to figure it out. That bug has not happened again. I wonder if it has something to do with the number of votes, because there's definitely been multiple times here where there's been 2 enemies back to back, and it hasn't happened. So I don't think it's that. They also have intelligence for not going into cells that other spirits are in. So they shouldn't be occupying the same space anyway. If you guys don't interact with it at all, it will also play itself. by the way. So if anybody's doing it just because you feel like you have to maintain it or something, you don't worry about it. It will handle these spirits. It will die though, because it's totally, absolutely random. Basically, anytime that there's any tie of any amount, it chooses randomly. It basically just collects all the highest matching vote counts in an array, and then it shuffles the array. So if it's all zeros, then all 5 will be in there, and it'll randomly pick one. That's true. There's a video record of the bugs. It was very handy to have. It gets, I would say it seems like it probably survives about 5 minutes before it fucks up. Because the logic of making the choices matters. Like making intelligent choices or informed choices to keep your health balanced or your morality balanced or whatever. It doesn't do that. So sometimes it'll just attack 5 times in a row and die. Yeah, exactly. Since the anger and the health vary, that ends up killing the AI. I could make it peak and then have it make weighted choices, but that seemed like no sense in making it a perfect AI. Well, I think one of the things I'm the most proud of is the stupid AI, though, the backtracking AI. It's not it's not impressive, really. It's pretty standard, typical stuff. But let me show you something real quick. Here, turn this on. Give this a little refresh. So I've got a debug thing on the minimap right now. And what this is showing is basically its memory of where it's been. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think about that at all. I just ruined your score. All just to show you some green squares. I just videoed your turtles. Yeah. Let me make this more obvious, because this is really slow. So just a second. I'm just going to turn Twitch off. And turn the entities off. Refresh. I think I have, let me see here. I also can control this myself, by the way, which I had for debugging. So let's see. Does this still work? I have a debug key press for increasing the player speed, but I think it might be busted. I might have broke that. It doesn't seem to be working. Or it'll freak out and start working. So there you can see the backtracking actually functioning. And with this method, it can go all over every single cell of the entire map and the map is big. But yeah, it knows where it's been, and then when it gets to a dead end, the way it works is it'll follow its breadcrumbs back, and then it'll just take the first unexplored path it finds after that. So it tracks its specific path, but it also tracks its it keeps track of what's been visited as well. So it won't waste time going back to visited locations unless it has to follow its backtracking course. No, there's four-way crossings, but what happens is that it doesn't care. If it touches its sort of snake, it will turn around and go back. That's just what it does. So that's what I was saying before, where it will make choices that don't look very intelligent. Yeah, you're going to see it right here. You're about to witness exactly what we were just talking about. So obviously it could go into this hallway and take that clear path, but it says, nope. I've been there. It will take that path, but it has to follow its breadcrumbs all the way back. So like essentially what's good about this is that it will 100% complete the whole map, but it could be a lot better. Like one obvious enhancement would be for it to auto solve, like if it reaches its own breadcrumbs, can it just close the loop and just discard the breadcrumbs back to this dot? But it's tough. It's tough because you have to maintain this. And also, this is so much tied to the weird way I made the world, okay? Getting this going felt so good because it was so hard. The breadcrumbs that it's keeping, because it's player directional and it's not vectors. Like this is old game development. Modern stuff with vector pathing and stuff like that would be so much fucking easier than what I did. To be honest, it's also that I just am dumb and wrote it badly. I shouldn't blame it on old style development. This is dumb now and years ago. But basically it's based off of like the directions that it chose. So if it gets out of line, it's fucked because it'll just start walking into the wall. And that was because I'm having it piggyback off of the player controls, but it has to turn around and stuff, which is so complicated when you're doing like regular like backtracking where you're just keeping a stack. It doesn't make sense to put like the turning around on the stack and stuff like that. It just doesn't work. When you try to unravel it in reverse, it breaks. So yeah, this was hard. Once it's fully explored everything, and the only reason it does that is because it's a mathematical certainty, not because it knows that it needs to keep looking. The way it ends is it'll just have the longest trail of breadcrumbs, and it'll follow it all the way back. So it ends in the exact same cell where it started. And once that happens, it's done. I can take over at that point with the player controls, but in terms of it searching, it's done its task and it will not do anything else. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of works like mold, essentially. With one tendril. It sends its tendril out and then it reels it back in. I mean, yeah, having explored fully would be, you would want something to happen when it's done. You don't want the player to just stand there and not be able to move. So yeah, that would be a good opportunity to load a different map. Also, having cleared all of the spirits would be a good opportunity to load a different map, etc. I also didn't build a world generator, but I know how I would do it or how I could do it. Because the world is just it's a 2D array. It's a matrix, right? So it's rows and columns. Those are the coordinates. And then basically a simple maze generation algorithm would be able to create new randomly generated maps for this. That's all it would take. And what this is doing now is already pretty close to that, because this is doing the same sort of stuff that you would do where you're like checking neighbors, deciding, which walls are open and closed. I did it in a very brute force way because I'm still learning things. Sorry. I find this stuff fun to talk about. I think I have to say, I've been like just really, it's been pent up in me to talk about this with you guys because I've been working on it for, I want to say I started this in the second week of October. So I guess about a month, nearly a month. Not nonstop, of course. But like, I'm, for the first time in like a really long time, I've been like a kid on Christmas. You know, I I always had this desire to make games or work on games or whatever, and I just always gave up when I hit the initial hurdles. Yeah, 6. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We got to do some stuff soon, by the way. I'm sorry I haven't hit you up yet, but things have been like chaotic on my end. But soon. Yeah. I mean, and it's not like I haven't done anything. Like, I've done a lot of other stuff that I'm proud of. And, I just always felt like, I guess game dev is not for me, was always the conclusion I kept coming to. And then, I don't know, like, things clicked finally for me. And now it's like, I'm just thinking about it a lot and I want to learn more. Like, I want to make tons of stupid little games, y'all. I want to make so much stupid shit. I mean, that's everyone at some point in their life, Dev. Everybody who draws, that's their whole life. Their life started with like scribbling some shit and people being like, "Ooh, look at the scribble." And then you just you keep chasing the next like level to get that next stage of praise. I drew more better. And it stops first with your parents cuz I mean, after 6 or 7,000 stupid ass drawings, they're just like, "Yeah, okay, great kid. Yeah, all right." They stop putting them on the fridge. They stop saving them for the box in the attic. The response turns into, "Yeah, look what I did." Yeah. Yeah. I definitely got too much of the stupid, he's going to work at Disney one day. You know? That stuff goes right into the brain. Nobody says, you're going to live in a shitty apartment. You're going to be poor. And your drawings, they're not going to matter. You're not going to make any money with that. No one says that. Okay, I guess some people say that. Night M. Sorry I didn't actually play a game. I'm gonna. Yeah, I think it definitely went to my head to some degree. True. So I'm hoping to develop this further. I didn't want to just put this out and abandon it. I want it to sort of be a fixture of the countdown for a little while, and I'm going to try to enhance it here and there, and get some of these other features that we talked about on there. And if you guys have any ideas, I'm happy to hear them. Throw them in me. Throw them in me. Throw them in me. Throw them in the Discord. I was going to say. Feel free to ping me. But yeah, I'd love to make this more interesting. I know. So I kind of the Super Nintendo game was in my head for part of this. I was like, oh man, I could make these Velociraptors, right? I could make this a Dino Crisis game because it was really starting to stretch on, and I wasn't sure if I was still going to be doing ScreamADay by the time I finished this. I was like, how long does ScreamADay have to go?
No.
I want to try one more thing. I want to do one more little thing. Is it not using this anymore? What did I do? Oh, that's why that stopped. No, this should still have worked. Huh. Okay. That's all right, though. So if I... Hold on. Let me see if this works. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Here you go. Isn't this cool? See how long the breadcrumbs can get? The controls were still set up for this. I don't know why it was working. Must have a bug. Another bug. We hit the breadcrumb trail again, but we've walked away from it again. That's gonna be a long trail back. Oh boy. It's about to get dead-ended over here, but it'll explore all this first. And there. So now it got totally dead-ended, and now we're backtracking. So It doesn't. It's not totally boring for it to follow it all the way back, 'cause it's still going to hit all of the paths that it ignored along the way. So actually, it works pretty well doing it this way. It's just not terribly smart. Also, I have to say, with the way that this map works out, there was a couple of times where I really thought about implementing an automated swastika remover, because I was worried there was some points where it might get stuck on the mini map and it's just showing a big fucking swastika. You know, by accident, of course, but like, still unpleasant. That's the problem with any like sort of pixely sort of thing. I don't know, man. All it takes is an intersection and then paths kind of all going away from each other in the same way. That's not that hard to accidentally do. And we're back at the start. See? It hit them all. Every cell. Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, so the way that the enemy spawning currently works is it just spawns a specified amount right at the beginning, and then every single one that it spawns, it randomly assigns it a personality without any weighting. So personalities they're in a JSON, and those define what it looks like, what its name is, what its phrases are, what its anger and health are. So it basically just reaches into the monster grab bag and goes, bleh! But I could definitely alter that to actually intelligently spawn enemies. It's like maintain a certain number, or to give weighting to certain ones, make them more common and more rare. Obviously, it would be better if the weaker ones were more common and the scarier ones were more rare, that sort of thing. But I really like that idea of it being like tied into the sort of morality rating, the morality balance. Like maybe really the obvious thing to do would be like to fight against the player in that case. So if you're obviously trying to save more monsters. See, I really like basing everything off of this silly balancing act idea, right? Because it gives you guys the ability to choose an objective. Do you want to be murderers, or do you want to try to save as many as possible? Which one do you want to do? Because you can control it. You don't have to die to do that. You can do it, but you just have to be careful. Although you can't get it perfect because there's random factors here and you don't know the specific numbers, but you can push it one way or the other. Then having the world respond to that by, you're obviously going for a more, like, you're trying to save more of the spirits. Well, more of the difficult, angrier spirits will be there. And obviously vice versa. If you're trying to just kill them all, more of the really tough, strong spirits, durable, the more durable spirits will appear. And then, of course, the other idea that was discussed earlier of, like, based off of your tendency one way or the other, influences what happens when you complete the level, or what, like, ascending the levels, descending the levels, what the levels look like. And I also wanted to have a stat system for the player, which really doesn't exist. There isn't anything for that, but That could be something interesting to like change your abilities or swap out an action maybe. Yeah, it's got like roguelite qualities to it. If you think about it, I kept leaning towards roguelite because that just works really well with letting you guys be in control of the game from the stream, right? Because think about it. One of the things that roguelike games do is the whole like random potion thing, right? You find these potions, you don't know what they do until you can inspect them or use them. That's perfect for this. I could have pickups where you guys could find, for this example, random potions. It has an ability attached to it, but you don't know what it does. There's only one way to find out. Hey, beer. I'll fix it real quick so beer can see. Got to put all the settings back the way they were. I'll give you a fuck ton of enemies. What else did I change? Oh god, the speed. Oh lord, the speed. What was it? Oh no. Oh yeah, I know. I got it. It's broken instantaneously. I'm gonna refresh it. I don't know why it did that. It's never done that before either. I'm just finding all the problems. Yeah, I left debug on, but it's fine. It doesn't affect anything. It's just lets you see the breadcrumbs. And in case it's not clear for anybody, those commands underneath of the actions, you can literally type those in chat to participate. You just type /vote and then space and then the number and boom. You're doing actions just like that. Yeah, I think I needed to implement some sort of spawn protection to keep the spirits away from wherever the player starts. The player starts in a random location. Yes, sir. I was working on this for about a month. Same way I did the novel. Not Java. JavaScript. Thank you, dude. It'll be around for a bit. I'm gonna use it for the stream countdown for a while. Although I don't know if it's gonna work super well on the road. I might have to do some stuff to make that work. We'll see. Because we are leaving tomorrow, so. All right. We have been on this a long time. Why don't we actually play Security Booth, which, by the way, looks awesome. Sure. Beat the snake up. Can you beat this snake? To bring you up to speed, beer, that bottom left area there is the sort of player stats. And that health bar is actually a balancing act. If that red dot goes all the way into either skull, you die. And you might notice that there's a sort of wing, and there's two wings there. There's sort of like a bat wing and an angel wing. So it's a sort of morality system. You can either kill spirits or absolve them. So if you hurt them, the dot goes down. If you absolve them or console them, the dot goes up. You want to try to keep your dot in the middle. Oh, yeah. Huh. I didn't even think about that. I guess Inscription does have a similar kind of system. Yeah. Well, all that matters in terms of what happens to the spirit is whether you get rid of all of their anger or get rid of all of their health. However you get there, there's no consequence except for that your personal balance is moving up and down the whole time for each choice that you make. Currently nothing, Felix. That's an enhancement for the future. Well, Dav, I'll admit that I didn't have any like big lore plan behind it. This was driven entirely by the problem of trying to figure out how to give you guys more gameplay than just a 50-50 vote yes, vote no like the novel. I wanted to give you more involvement in the actual gameplay, and this felt like a good way of doing it. But honestly, that's a hard problem. I want to explore it more, though. I want to see if there's other things, other different types of gameplay that would work with sort of this voting system. I was kind of thinking that an infinite runner might be funny because you could do basically QuickTime events where you don't know what's coming and you get a bunch of choices and chat has to decide. And then you find out. You find out how you did. I know. It's like the Windows 95 screensaver. And I remember at the beginning of this thinking, how hard could that be? Hard. If you don't know what you're doing, hard. All right, we've killed the snake. Or saved the snake. We saved it. I'm sorry, we saved it. I wasn't... I started talking again and just sort of stopped paying attention. Oh, let me see your boy. Let me see. Oh my God. Do you want to take over? 6. Yeah. Instantly made a better spirit than any of mine. Yours makes mine look like programmer art. That looks so good. I love it. I love it so much. You guys are just being nice. I really love this. This is amazing. You can probably use the commands on mobile as well, though, right? I mean, obviously it's a pretty short timer, So that's probably um that's probably pretty rough on mobile. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that because that's all Twitch. Well, you could use the you could use the clipboard. That would help, I guess. Just have /vote space ready, so all you have to do is paste that and then type a number. I could honestly if you don't mind me trying 6. Is this transparent? Like the inner features are white and the outside's transparent? I could probably slam him in there like real fast. Just for funsies. That's the cool thing about this is I can totally mess with every aspect of it on the fly very easily. Oh no, it doesn't. Actually, just hold on, 6. Hold on. Hold that thought. Let me see. I can tell you what the exact size is real quick, but I'm going to see what happens anyway. But the exact size is 256 by 256. I'm going to do it anyway because this is, I think, just going to be funny. It is definitely going to fuck up. Sorry about your score. Oh, it's broken everything. It just sticks through the walls and stuff. Oh. It also seemed like it wasn't transparent for some reason. Okay. Here we go. Save. Save. Oh yeah, it might, yeah, that might be. Oh shit. Boom. So cool. Oh my god, look at him. Easy as that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so just smashing it down gives it the same pixelated look. Right? Yeah. That would be cool, beer, but then I'd have to write a dick detector and just I really would have to make just like a lot of stuff. It would have to be manually curated. But absolutely we could do that for sure. That would be like I could easily do that with this. Just randomly select from a directory, basically. You could write your own personalities for them. Yep, you could slam a Krog in here. I could give you the format for the personalities of the entities, and then you could craft your own little creature. Oh, you sent him to hell. That was awesome, Six. That was so cool. I love your boy. I love him so much. I could definitely do that as well, Stenosis. Absolutely. Can you pet the Krog? Yes. I love the mouth and the eyes. So cool. That's the approach that I should have taken is draw big, scale down. I was drawing small and scaling up. Much harder. Much less to work with. Really? Well, that came out amazing. I've never done that. I do it the hard way. Like most things I do with drawing, I do it the hard way. All right. Let us become a security guard with our final hour. Shit. Whoops. Oopsie. Oopsie doops. Oh man. But yeah, I so want to make so much more stuff. Oh, my light's not on. Oh god, it's so bright. That is a bright, bright light. Oh, and my music's on. Did it say the game had 7 endings? God dang. I'm in love with this already. Oh, good. 1996. God, I love this. I love this style so much. Every time I see it, I love it. Whoops. Gotta lock my mouse. Today is a good day. Nothing beats science breakthroughs. The other stations were ahead of us, but today, we ahead of them. Let me in, please. Did you forget my plate? Hold on for a moment. PP773D. Getting to work. Let's see. Oh my god. Good boy. Mad lad. There they are. Hashikayo. Arch technician. Alright. I'm on the register, I promise. I didn't expect that I was immediately going to be actually doing security booth job. That's cool. I didn't even see the car pull up. Was it there the whole time? Here comes another. I can't read that shit. Whoop. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't realize I had to close it. Whoops! It's probably fine. Notice, all vehicles and persons entering this facility may be subject to search. Unauthorized personnel keep out. LP710V. This is all a simulation, I'm telling you. We are being controlled by someone, I swear. Even when I talk, I don't hear my voice. It's another voice of another reading what I'm saying. LP710V. Oh, there they are. Chris Radsby. Doing a good job. Feels good. Alright, who's this? Whew! Got here by the skin of my teeth. Though I was going to be late for what is... Thought I was going to be late for what is happening today. Time to go in. HJ9340. That was very suspicious sounding. HJ934Q? Oh yeah, that's a Q. Okay. Ah. Even if you push it instantly, it's Can't catch him. I was hoping the same. Oh, there's videotape down there. I can't get it, though. I don't think I can crouch or anything. Oh, well, there's no control screen. Oh, okay, we're good. Countdown? 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's got 2 thumbs and was woken up to attend a supposed crisis at work? This guy. PQ298A. Philip Pavlik, biospecialist. Aw. Oh.
Error code 0 5 0 4 7 7. Error code 0 5 0 4 7 7. Error code.
Okay. I don't have anywhere I can put a code, I don't think. Going in. Aww. Egg 644J. What do you got to say? Stop with this power play and just open the gates. I get it. You're a scary guard. Not falling for it. Just open up. What was it? Egg 644J. Nicole Faust. Surprisingly little to interact with here. You basically just have to do your job. King, thank you for nice months. Very much appreciated, my friend. Hope you've been doing well. Miss you guys. Evanthalin. Thank you for 23 months. What? Weird. Hee hee hee, I'm a sneaky sneak. You can't see me. Open the gate for sneaky old me. EL623F. Agnes. I don't know. We can test that, though. Starry sky, full moon, light pollution. Did the door open up on that side? What the hell? Ending 6. We got it. All right. We are off and running. Car collectibles. Wow. Right when we were seeing some progress, threw it away. It's all right. I just need to get through today and then I'm off on vacation. A week in Barbados. Here I come. Please let me in. PQ4 51L. Right at the top, almost. Jessica Esparza. Bub. Yeah, they've cursed themselves. They are dead. Oh, shit. I want to make that mistake again. Well, it didn't take too long to get interesting, so I'm sure it'll happen again momentarily here. We aren't the only Nova Nexus in the world, you know. There are 5 others. Okay. CR9 34Q. Samuel Rattus. Sith. Thank you for 98 months. I do kind of wish there were more things to mess with. I mean, especially since you're a security guard, you're just stuck in this. Like, I don't know what it's like IRL, but oh no, no, you don't. Maybe I don't need distractions. Work has been feeling really creepy recently. I swear I keep seeing something in the shadows, like I'm being watched. Mind opening up? PL 276B. Keb. Sibin. I should try that one of these runs. Just open the gate, leave the gate open. Yeah. That seems like it would be an ending. It's the Van Man. What's up, Van Man? All the security is just insane. Just quickly open the gate. Isn't it boring just checking people all the time? That's what they pay me to do, bud. My whole job. This isn't an MR2. 84B. It's a van. Kyle Carson. Right there. First page. Yeah, he talks like I'm out here doing this for fun. This is how I get to afford one frozen dinner per week, bud. We're not all living large out there. Yeah, I checked for that, but that didn't seem to be a thing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Rip. But in a sort of Napoleon Dynamite kind of way. Did I close the gate? I did. I hope your eyes are better than the last security guard we had. My plate ID was on the register and they told me to leave as I wasn't on. Didn't keep their job for long. Now your turn. Man, fuck off, dude. I'm trying to work my way up to 2 frozen dinners. WJ208S. Noah Crawford, quality manager. Go ahead, sir. Does anybody know if this exists? I had this idea earlier today. Has anybody made a Black Mesa from the perspective of a scientist game?
Error code 0.
But not like
0.
Opposing Force
4,
or Blue Shift.
7.
But like
Error
you're
code
just working there.
0.
And I don't mean Half-Life. I know
0,
Gordon is a scientist.
7.
Shut up. I
Error
meant
code
one of the extras.
0. 5. 0. 4. 7. 7.
I mean,
Error
like you're
code
just there trying to do
0.
research,
5.
and it's
0.
a job style
4.
game like this.
7. 7. Error code 0. 5. 0. 4. 7. 7. Error code 0. 5.
Nope. There's literally fuck all. I can't interact with the plant. I can't interact with my coffee. I can't interact with my previous coffee. I can't interact with the radio. The door opens itself at this time every time. Oh! Oh, it's closed. It's closed. Whew. I can't crouch, and I can't interact with any of that stuff down there. I can't interact with the radio. Hi, you mind quickly opening the gates? I really need to go to the toilet, like, really bad. Hurry, please. Well, I was thinking within the incident, but it has a sort of tongue-in-cheek kind of attitude about it. YP909H. Where you're just doing your Kleiner stuff. And, you know, you just have your lab and you're, you know, mixing shit together, you're doing experiments, whatever. And the events of Half-Life play out, like, around you. But you really persist in getting your research done. YP909H. Uh-oh. Did you guys see it? It's not here. YP909H. This guy's gonna shit his pants. It's not here. Excuse me, fucker. Are you going to take all night? They just back the fuck up out of here. Alright. No Neek, thank you for 32 months. But yeah, like... I mean it in a sort of more comedy way, Punkster. So that's not so much of an issue because, at least for the way I'm thinking of it, I'm not that concerned with a serious telling of what would happen. I don't know. That's like nothing intelligible in that one. It's just, yeah, it's just static. I guess the Aperture game is kind of like that. But I was thinking more along the lines of more like this sort of thing, where it's an immersive job simulator, but with sort of humorous / horror tone. I've been training to read minds, and you're thinking... You're going to open the gate without checking the computer. Wow, good call. Very smart. I like you. DE311B. DE311B. There he is. Shane Fravor. Tim, thank you for 106 months. Podge, thank you for the biddies. The fuck? Did a ghost sit in my chair? What the hell? door opened and then my chair creaked. Oh, it's happening. Guy, you broke my light. Beep beep. Open up before I pop a cap in ya. BR779Y. Ah, April O'Brien. Or April O'Brien. Your choice. Is that April from the Turtles? No, that was O'Neill. I don't think they're going to do anything. They're just going to stand there. I've got my cool box, so it's going to be fine. They did piss off. The fuck?
System failure. System failure.
Maybe
System failure.
Maybe I've predicted what this game
System
is.
failure.
Yeah. There's a resonance cascade. I don't know if you want to go in there, bud. Okay. This is Nova Nexus, right? Today's my first day. Got a little lost. Now I'm running late. Mind hurrying and letting me in? Yeah, sure. DE4T93. Not here, huh? Yeah, I don't... It's funny that they never protest. They just... Yeah, they are, we saved them from whatever the hell this is. What the fuck? Hey, I'm not really needed for work today, but I want to get some time in the work gym. Mind letting me in? EQ 322,000. Emma Fern. Be careful in there. Sounds like the gym's popping off. Oh yeah, I'm definitely letting all the C-suite into the exploding building. If a janitor drives up, though, I might send him on. Yeah, there does seem to be some Geiger counter stuff going on, which I'm not sure is standard issue for security guard. It's going to be a late night. Definitely need more caffeine, but I got this. I think. At least you're friendly. W1188N. Right there. Amy Bowring, research writer. I try to do it as fast as I can, and it's not enough. It's not enough. That constant thumping is really concerning. It showed up shortly before the last car. Last time this place had an emergency, it was horrifying. I don't understand how Nova Nexus keeps the deaths away from the public eye. I feel like I should tell them to leave. And you too, 85V. I'm trying to do the parameters of the game. I don't know. Personally, I would start turning people away, given the situation. New to 85B. I forgot. Sorry. Ashley Hunt. What? Oh, shit. Missed it. Well, I am role-playing. They don't pay me enough. I'm just a security guard. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a concert. There's pyrotechnics. Yeah? What the fuck? That is behind me. Was that a ghosty ghost? Excuse me. Resident Evil 8 031. Fuck, help me. Fuck. I'm scared. It's cold here. Death is coming. Please help. Oh! Oh shit, this is a Strand game, y'all.
Emergency. Emergency. Lockdown system activated. Security weapons activated. Oxygen levels reducing. Your families will be informed of your death. Emergency. Emergency. Lockdown system activated.
They are here. They are here. They are here.
Ending 1, Stranger Danger. All right. Oh. Wow, it's Lost in Vivo. Incident report number 01449. Department, Arch Division 1. Location, Arch Zone. Date, 06/06/96. Involved employees Natasha Singh, Kara Montgomery, and Andreas Stavas. Incident details, classified information. Nature and extent of injuries, if applicable. Death of Natasha Singh. Edit. Unsure, no body found. Edit. Of course the body wasn't found. It went through classified. Edit. Please take Natasha off all records. Additional details. Tape of incident supplied to the director along with the full written report. Hold on. I hear, I think, a shenanigan. Hold on. What's going on out here? Excuse me. Yeah, this door, huh? Yeah, it really is basically the thing I said, which is weird. That I essentially predicted this game. Date unknown. I got a call today offering me a job. It was a place called Nova Nexus, and it really sounded like a nice job. The more I think about it, though, I'm pretty sure I never applied to this place. Either way, I think I'm going to take it. Oh shit, yeah it is. Date unknown. After weeks of tests, we finally started classified. Today was mind-blowing. Classified, it was fantastic. We even heard something coming from it. What was that, though? It was so alluring, but also familiar. Hey! Date unknown. They come. The void. Lurking in the shadows. Ruin will rain upon us. Date unknown. The void, the shadows, the call. Brain hollow. Harm. Date unknown. It's only time.
Look at me!
Death. What? Ha! I've lost myself. Data unknown. Classified, 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 classified. Void, classified, 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 classified. Scared, classified, classified, classified. Data unknown. I've been listening to that sound we managed to capture over and over again. It changes each time, but it's the same audio file. I wonder what it'll be next time. Now, door or elevator is the big question, I think. Elevator looks pretty inviting. Oh, okay. Unknown date. I find myself staring into the darkness so much more recently. Something keeps moving in the shadows. 5 legs, no skin, just bones. That escalated quickly. They call my name. I answered. All I remember after is the taste of iron in my mouth. Crimson droplets on the floor. Okay. Door it is.
Yes.
Sir, we're ready for phase 3.
Issues.
Everything seems clear. Natasha has gone into the Ark to check on the devices.
Temperature.
It's sitting at 10 Celsius right now. Wait, the system just activated.
Death.
Oh God, the doorway!
Classified Class A, property of Nova Nexus. Text too fast to read. If you could be so good as to climb up and start the rotors. Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. And besides, we assured the director everything would be fine. Gotcha. Alright. Well, you know what ending I'm doing next? I'm role-playing a different kind of security guard. Hi. How did you know I was relaxing? You want to relax with me? Oh, there you go. We're relaxing. Hey, buddy. So you want to relax? Why are you standing up? What are you doing? What are you doing? He's taking the opportunity to investigate the desk. Real good. What's up, buddy? Are you the streamer now? Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Choo-choo. Choo-choo bear. Doing the big turnaround. You got this. Come on. Come on. You did it. Bye-bye. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you. He's happy all the time. Ooh, that's my special son. That's my goodest boy. Oh. There you go, bud. There is our little car. We can't interact with it or anything.
Error code 0 5 0 4 7 7.
So this is always the same. Oh! This is not the same. 12,696. My hands are shaking. I'm so excited. We are so close to finishing the experiment. We have had a few accidents. Someone called Natasha died last week. It's all worth it in my opinion. She helped us in more ways than she will ever know. Ass. Everything else is different. Still can't go in there. Huh. Guess the exit gate closes itself? It's weird. This is as far as I can travel. They have one of those electrified collars on me. Well, I opened that for a reason. Thank you very much. What's up, buddy? How's it hanging? What's up? Okay, bye. They probably should have added something for that situation when people are just like, fuck this job. He did, I think. He hung around a lot. Like, for multiple cars he hung around last time, right? I made him uncomfortable. That's when you know you've played too many horror games. But in a different way? Okay. I don't know. Where's my gun? I pressed all the gun buttons. Nothing's happening. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. It's, we're playing, Slendy now. Note number 8. 2006-96. What is wrong with some people? Someone tried to destroy one of the classified. Luckily, I was around the area at that time. I thought I was going to get fired for what I did, but Classified has commended me. The director, however, was very jittery. I'm worried he is going to try and stop this. Ass. Any other notes I missed anywhere? What's this? What does that mean? The mark of Satan? There's a little spider web. Did the spider do this? Did it do both of these? Yep. Is this a Silent Hill 3 reference? Oh! I am the Note Master. 19696. Some people have started to change their minds about what we are doing after a few mishaps with the Classified. The director apparently has spoken with Classified, and according to him, they have told us to push forward. I'm glad of this news. Ass? Just checking to see if I missed any other notes. Because those were just hanging out in the open and I didn't see them on my first pass. Maybe inside. I should check the ceiling and stuff, right? Note on the wall? Which wall? Better not be that note on the wall I already read. I already read that stuff. I read that one, and the one around the corner. Other than that, I've just been focusing on doing my job badly. Have cars kind of stopped coming? Yeah. We all noticed that at the same time, that just like the game stopped, huh? Did I break it? Is it waiting for me? Yeah, maybe I missed a phone call or something. Yep, apparently it was waiting for me to touch the phone.
System failure.
All the things are happening now. Dang spam calls. I really like that sound effect. I like the mystery of what the fuck is happening in there. It's cool. Bye-bye. It's not like there's anybody left who's going to be able to reprimand me for not doing my job, so... The air is pulsating, yeah. Yeah, it's real good. I like it. Imagine you drove up and the security guard is just standing off, fucking around in the street, and the gate's just open. Yeah. All I had to do was stop touching the phone and everything. The whole world stopped. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm fucking sure. Awesome. Tear it up, dude. It asked me if I was sure I wanted to go inside. Oh, we have a fucking flashlight? This whole time I had a flashlight. And a zoom. I'm dumb. Make sure to talk to the person in the car. They must work here. Check person's license plate on the front of their car. If the person's license plate is on the employee register, let them in. If they are not on the register, you must tell them to leave. Only open the gate to employees. Keep gate closed until you've checked the person's plate ID. Make sure to close the gate once you have let someone in. About game. Game introduction. The year is 1996, and you're employed by a science lab called Nova Nexus. You work as a security guard at the front gate to the lab, inside a guard booth. However, tonight it seems something important is happening inside of Nova Nexus, and things are, well, a little strange. Endings. This game has a total of 7 endings that are in the main game. Tapes. There are 3 tapes that are extra content. To view them, you will need to unlock the first 3 main endings. Well, I don't think we have enough time to squeeze another in. But this seems like a good one I could take on the road. You got a thing? What's the thing? What you got? Is there a quick ending? Making small. Oh, okay. We'll do Ayeti's quick ending. Cool, cool, cool. So how do we do it? Oh, yeah, we did that already. This is a piss poor flashlight. Ah, I forgot about the zoom instantly. If only y'all had said that sooner. Yeah, I wasted all that time letting everyone in, but you know, the secret ending was kind of worth it. Yeah, turning everyone away is probably another. We'll do those tomorrow. But at this very moment, we have a mission from 006. Wait a minute. What the heck? Wait, what screen was I on? Oh my god, I was on the goodbye screen the whole time. All right, 6. I'm ready. I'm ready for you. No worries. Take thy time. Yeah. Let me just double check. Boop-a-da-boo, boop-a-da-boop-a-da-boo. Yep, 256 by 256.
You take one down and another one just pops right up. Debate me, bro. Berate me, bro. I get message. Wow. All right, all right. Hold on. We're gonna make some things happen here. Let's see. Da, 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 da. These are so great. I love them. I love them very much. Okay, and then tweak a couple little things, and it's as easy as that. Refresh a Rooney. Look at him. He's so pretty. Yeah, I did that with my first batch of spirits. They had all these holes in them. I was like, I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna have to add pet commands. Oh yeah. Another enhancement I need to make is to generate the shadows. All of my spirits have the shadows baked into the texture. But they should really be separate. It looks really derpy when they either die or ascend because the shadow just follows them like a paper plate. But wait, there's more. I haven't implemented anything like that yet, but it's certainly possible. Food. I'm just going to refresh it until we get the other one. That's Krog again. Oh my gosh, right in our face. Okay, we got that one again. Oh, we dodged it. Nope, there it is. There he is. Look at him. Oh my god. The way it like popped into the screen. Woo! Spooky. I really like the hands. So this is like it's like a kind of a clown spirit where the balloons are like merging to make the face, I think, hey? And there's but the collar looks like teeth, like a mouth. Very cool. Really cool. I like him. These also aren't sprites, but they could be sprites, and therefore they could have animation frames. I just have a generic little like scale tween on everything to just give them a little bit of life. But eventually I wanted to give them animations and have them react to events. Yeah. Just a lot more work, that's all. These are awesome, Six. Very, very cool. I love all your ghosts. This one would clearly have to have clown dialogue. Obviously, all I've done here is I've just replaced the assets in the pre-existing personalities, so they just they're just stuck with other things, phrases. I think this one used to be Spoid. It's always fun to throw stuff together like this. I love those hands. The hands look so good. Ooh, yeah, the strings would look cool in white for sure. Ah, sure, Walker, why not? Let me see what you got. Show me what you got. Down in art. Mmm. Tis a ghost. A ghosty ghost. Let me add this fine lad. I'm going to overwrite a bunch of them so that we have a higher chance of getting it. And refresh a Rooney. Easy peasy. We dodged Krog. Could this be the new boy? Nope. Nope. Right around the corner. There you go. There he is. It's a cloud. Ghost pizza. The last slice. Chloe, thank you for that gift sub. Very much appreciated. But yeah, we can I can write some stuff and kind of make a formalized way of like making the monster and defining the personality for it. Yeah, to fit in, I would probably have made the mouth and eyes scratches just white instead of transparent. Then it would look more like the others for sure. Blockington, thank you for nice months. But yeah, I can revamp the entity spawning system, and we can do weighted spawns and stuff like that, and y'all can contribute to the pool of spirits. Yeah, it's probably I don't know, it's busted somehow. Who knows? Oh yeah. It got big busted somehow. I don't know. I got bugs, y'all. I got bugs to squash. Anywho, got a hungry dog here. I'm gonna roll out. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed as always. I will see you next time.